So, welcome to today's video. Today we are going to be reviewing a new product. Gear review. Well, camera gear review, that is. So yesterday, I was kidding. Yesterday I got this package in the mail. This is a lens. It's a new lens I got. If you've been keeping up with my Twitter, I've been tweeting about this a good amount over the past couple days. So I've been really excited about it. As a matter of fact, I kind of bought this on a spur of the moment decision. I was like up at like 1 a.m., something like that, and I decided, oh, I'm going to buy this. So let's just open this up. We're going to open it right up. Just a hint for you guys, this lens is pretty much the king of B-roll, okay? The king of B-roll. I present to you the Nifty 50. That's right. This right here is the Canon 50mm 1.8 lens, f1.8, f-stop 1.8. I only bought this used on Amazon. It was only about $103, which for the lens is actually a really good deal, and it was pretty much like new condition. So let's see how like new this lens is. So of course, we're going to open this right up. We're going to see how like new this is. Okay, packaging paper, no one cares about that. Open it up, cardboard on top, and here's the lens itself with, just got like a plastic on the bottom, that doesn't really matter. But here's the lens. Here's the star of the show. This looks very new. This looks almost brand new, as a matter of fact. So here is the Nifty 50. It's the f1.8 lens, as I've said before. It's a prime lens, so it does not change focal length. It's in near perfect condition, near new condition, and as a matter of fact, it probably is perfect condition. As a matter of fact, you see this this front lens element, this lens cap, it looks so cute. Look how small the lens cap is. Look at that. Alright, so there is the lens of the Nifty 50. Look at that. It's a great little lens. And it does come with a metal mount on the back. So, I know I've been kind of showing you guys what the Nifty 50 is. Let's go over some pros and cons of it. So one of the first pros is it has a shallow depth of field. And you can really get that bokeh effect in the background. So if you have, it's great for portraits. It's great for, B-roll. It's the king of B-roll, in my opinion. A 50mm is like the king of B-roll because you can get, especially with that shallow depth of field, you can get that great bokeh effect and that great blurred background. Of course, I know shallow depth of field and bokeh specifically are a little bit different, but relatively, for the purpose of this video, they're the same. Another pro of it is its low light capabilities. With the f1.8 aperture, it can get down to those low lights, and you can take pictures with very little light. It's not as good as the f1.2 or the f1.4, but it can still outperform pretty much all of the lenses I have in my bag for low light. That's why it's so good. You can use these for street photography. Another pro of it is the size and the weight of it. The size, this is tiny. It's not going to be heavy on your camera. You're not going to feel tired at the end of the day carrying this on your camera. It's a great all-around lens that really every photographer should have in their bag. Another pro of it is the price. For the price, it's unbeatable. This one right here, the f1.8, is only $125 new, and I managed to get it for $103, pretty much new as well. For these reasons and many other reasons, this is why you need the 50mm 1.8 in your kit. I know there are different 50mm, as I mentioned before, although those can get up in price. For example, the 1.2 I think is like $1,000-something bucks, and that's like an L lens. You don't need that. This is all you need, as a matter of fact. You get one of these and you'll be set. Another pro of it is that it does have that metal lens bracket on there, so it's pretty much not going to come off your camera, and if it does, then you must be doing some pretty insane photography, and mad props to you. Now, every lens does have some drawbacks, although when I was trying to find drawbacks for this lens, I couldn't find many. The only ones I could find is that it's not good for vlogging whatsoever. I'll show you an example here. And another thing is, it's a little cheap. Yeah, it has a plastic body, and it could break. It potentially could break. But if you're careful with it, it'll last you a long time. And the value of it is just insane. You should really get one of these. If you're a photographer, if you're a videographer, it's great for photography, it's great for videos, it's great for everything. You really do need this lens. I'm not even kidding. I could not recommend this lens enough. But enough about talking about the lens. I don't like to talk too much about, the lens and the specs and everything. a lot of what I like to do is actually use it. So I'm going to use this lens to record some B-roll of this lens I have, the 10 to 18 millimeter lens, and we'll see how that comes out. Alright, so you guys did see that, and you know, it did have that awesome, buttery, smooth background that you want in your B-roll. Of course, I don't have at the moment a good stabilizer. I did have that slider I got a couple shots on, but other than that, I didn't have a stabilizer. I know I took some pictures of my brothers, and the foreground really stands out from the background, and that's what I love about this lens. It has such good, it's awesome for portraits. It's a great portrait lens. Just a quick note I wanted to say is, this is the lens cap for this lens that I'm recording on right now, the 10 to 18 millimeter. This is the lens cap for this lens. You can see how much smaller it is. It's so much smaller. It's a cute little lens. I love it. It's so cute. When I was using it, it wasn't too difficult to use. You know, if you use the autofocus, it will sometimes be a little difficult for it to focus on what you want it to do. You can also work on the different focus levels. So you have, you know, something in the foreground, something in the background, focus from one to the other. It looks pretty cool that way. You can also do it, of course, with manual focus. Just with practice, you can get that down. I definitely recommend using manual focus over autofocus, just because you can make sure it's really crisp. Because there were a couple shots I took and a couple shots for video I took that weren't really crisp, so I had to retake them again. But that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I hope you guys that this video helped you in choosing a new lens. I'm gonna, again, I'm gonna end this video real quick right now because it's cold. It is cold out here right now. Yeah, it's getting cold. I'm also gonna try to do some night photography. Of course, it's not night right now, but I'll try to get some night photography within the next couple days and throw it in this video. And of course, the pictures are going to be a lot better than what I could get on this camera lens or on any other lens I have in my kind of gearbox. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I hope it gave you a little bit of insight about the lens itself. But for now, thank you guys so much for watching this video. My name is Lucas, and I'll see you next time.